Wednesday, everybody. My name is Conant. I'm the co-founder and managing director here at BWG Connect. We're a networking and knowledge sharing group with thousands of brands who do exactly that. We network and knowledge share together to stay on top of the newest trends, strategies, pain points, whatever it is that's shaping digital today. I chat with 30 to 40 brands and organizations each week to stay on top of those trends. Would love to have a conversation with anybody on the line today. We'll send you a follow-up email. We don't sell anything here. We are just a great big networking group. But what we do is in those conversations, when the same topics come up over and over again, that's how we get the topics for our calls. We also are going to do a lot of in-person small format dinners, 15 to 20 people. If you're in a tier 1, tier 2 city, don't hesitate to reach out. More than happy to put you on the list. Would love to meet anybody in person in the network as a whole. A couple of housekeeping items as we get started. We're starting this at 3 to 4 minutes after the hour. And just so everybody knows, we're going to wrap up with at least 3 to 4 minutes to go in the hour as well. We're going to give you plenty of time to get on to your next meeting without being late. And, maybe even time to grab a cup of coffee along the way. And the other thing is we want all of these to be as educational and informational as possible. And so at any point in time, if you have a question around anything in this space, don't hesitate to drop into the chat. Drop it into the Q&A section there, or you can always email me, Aaron, Aaron at bwgconnect.com. And for the email, including an hour after the call tomorrow, next week, if you have any questions, you want to chat on anything in digital, you have any pain points, always up for a great conversation. As noted, I'm helping 30 to 40 brands out each week with that. So with that, I want to kind of kick off this conversation today because content and the acquisition of it and tons of different types have just come to the forefront for a lot of conversations I'm having. And there's a standard, content around imagery and 3D and AR that's popped up a bunch. It's obviously the written word as well, but a lot in video. And if you look at what's happened with live streaming in China and that it will come here, there's a huge focus on video as a whole. And what are the options? What are they doing? And we've got connected with Ajay over at Vyrill. They're, leaders in this space, developed some really cool technology around it. And it was just like, this is like perfect for a call that we might have. And Jordan is here as well. But I'm going to kick it over to you, Ajay. If you want to jump in, intro on yourself and on the company, that would be awesome. And then we'll kick it over to Jordan and do the same. And then we'll kick into the conversation and kick off the slideshow. Sound good?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just make sure my screen is visible and everything. We're good? Yeah. So really quick, hi, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. Hope you and your families are staying safe. So a quick intro on myself. I'm Ajay Bam, CEO and co-founder of Vyrill. I have over 20 years of experience in mobile e-commerce marketing and both in-store and online shopping experiences. So here at Vyrill, we help brands and retailers increase revenue and find new customers by leveraging authentic video content such as reviews, unboxing videos, how-to videos, recipes, really UGC content, plus along with branded content for insights, demand gen, and content marketing. So at a very high level, think of us as a Google for commerce video. And we're also one of the few companies in the world that can Google inside the video as well for insights and commerce. So for example, if two shoppers are buying a car and one of them is interested in buying a car with leather seats, and another shopper is interested in learning more about car acceleration before they buy their BMW or any other car. With Vyrill, they can actually search inside the video for those product features, and we can actually take them to that product feature, and they can watch just that portion of the video to help them find the answers that they're looking for their purchase decision. So we really facilitate in-video search and faster shopping decisions by allowing customers to be able to search inside the video. So that's really at the heart of what we do. So we help brand marketers capture videos from multiple platforms. We've built the first of its kind rating and ranking system for videos. So you can rank and rate content in 9 dimensions, including brand safety, sentiment, topic, diversity, scenes, and much more. We also help brands. We capture the email address of the creator so you can license content to the platform. And finally, we just launched a video shopping app for product pages where customers can actually, it can really help drive both your engagement, page engagement, and increase your conversion by offering in-video search and interactive video experiences for shopping on your e-commerce or your in-store shopping journey as well. So anyway, that's a quick intro on myself and Vyrill. And we've been around now for 5 years, and we're based here in the San Francisco Bay Area. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Jordan.
Yeah, thanks, Ajay. So Jordan Knapp, been in the e-commerce industry just about my whole career, was doing web development and e-commerce development at a young age, and then was at ATG Commerce for many years, eBay, Magento, and then joined Shopify in 2015 to build out agency partners, tech partners, had quite a variety of roles, and just left at the start of the year to start Knapp Commerce, working with both brands and technology companies and go-to-market, and got to know Ajay and team, and just really intrigued by Vyrill. So it's been a great experience so far.
Thank you. Awesome. So as we jump in here, just a quick reminder, drop any questions you have along the way at any point in time to the chat, the Q&A, or email them to me, Aaron, Aaron @bwgconnect.com. So let's jump into it.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Aaron. So today in our talk and presentation, there's 3 things I would like to cover here on this talk. First is I want to share with you a little bit about what's happening with all things video. What do some of the video consumption and creation trends look like? We'll then go from there into talking a little about shopper video behaviors and habits, and why are people watching videos, and what do they want to do with video content? And then finally, many of you here on the webinar are also brand marketeers, so we want to share with you a couple of thoughts and pointers about how do you go about building your video content marketing strategy. So as Aaron mentioned, please, we want to make this interactive and conversational. So please, if you have a question or comment as we go through the slide deck, and as Jordan and I go through this presentation, please stop us at any point if you have a question or a comment on the slide, and happy to get back to you either on the slide or after. So I want to jump right into video consumption. So just to give you a sense of how big this is and how fast video is growing, just on YouTube alone, 700 hours of video is now uploaded every minute, and 5 billion videos are now watched every day on YouTube. And this is just one platform. And now this is actually happening across 35 platforms in 89 languages. And I just read a stat that there was more content produced in the last 2 years, video content, than the last 30 years. So this is massive. And what's interesting is, of course, YouTube is one of the oldest platforms out there. They've been around for about 15 years. And so YouTube today has more product video when it comes to product videos. They have more product video reviews, unboxing videos, how-to videos, and more than Instagram and TikTok combined. There's, of course, we're seeing more content grow on these other platforms, but YouTube, by its very nature, there's always a long format platform, which is where you could post a video as long as 30 minutes or an hour long. So we're seeing a lot of product video on YouTube. And so this is a quick summary of what's really happening. If we were to compare millennials and Gen Zs or Gen Zs and above, this is actually what's happening with video consumption by platform. So of course, TikTok was the big breakout platform in 2020, 21 during COVID. But this quickly gives you a glance of, and this actually stat is from 2021. And this tells you, YouTube is still very, very popular with Gen Zs, followed by Instagram. And of course, TikTok is catching up right now. Also, it's interesting, TikTok added 1 billion users in about 18 months, what took other companies around anywhere from 5 to 8 years to add 1 billion users on their platform. So, and on average, consumers are spending about 16 hours per week, which is about 2.1 hour a day on digital video. And of course, when I say digital video, I'm talking mostly a lot of video watching on mobile, and really separating this out from television and any other video. So it's pretty significant. And then the number of hours of the average hours of watching time, it actually increases quite a bit for the Gen Zs. I've seen numbers as high as 8 hours a day with video and on mobile. So to give you a sense of how big UGC content is, I just wanted to share with you a couple of examples of some of the big sports brands. Golden State Warriors, they have more than 8.5 million videos on YouTube. L'Oreal has over 30 million videos, and Porsche, the car brand, has over 35 million videos. And what's interesting is if I were to break this down, what are these videos, and how does that break down between branded and UGC content, which is user-generated content? More than 95% of this content is user-generated, and then we see the rest is mostly branded and some influencer content as well. So UGC content is huge, and really, how do you stay on top of all this data? And if anything, this data is exploding year to year, and is growing anywhere from, depending on the platform, video creation and consumption is growing anywhere from 100 to 400%, depending on the type of platform. So it's pretty big.
Yeah, I want to jump in here just a little bit, just a couple of questions that come up, because
Sure.
Content is huge. It's super expensive. UGC in some cases is free, other times it's paid for. But it, and I have to believe it, 95% of this content is user generated. The majority of it is not paid for. How do brands extract the value out of that? Right? I mean, Golden State Warriors, L'Oreal, Porsche isn't funding 35 million videos.
Right. So first of all, I think, a lot of this, it's not humanly possible, right? I mean, if you look at the size of the content, it's not humanly possible for us, for any brand or any marketer, to hire human bodies to do this. So I think this is also where I think technology is, and companies like us and other companies as well, including the Googles of the world and YouTube, right? This is where AI and machine learning is really starting to play a big role. And so, if you look at this content, right, I would say that, there's all kinds of content, and really about 20% of this content is really useful. And so how do you really dig through massive amounts of content? I think finally, technology is finally there, and what I mean by that is video is very rich. You have text, you have audio, and you have images. So the processing of a video, it actually consumes a lot of both hardware and software power. So I think finally, in the last couple of years, companies like NVIDIA, and including Google Cloud as well, and Amazon, they've introduced their own hardware, their chipsets, where they're now able to actually process a single task. Let's say we're producing the transcript, or we're analyzing scenes inside the video. We now actually have the hardware and software to be able to do this at speed and scale. And so ultimately, I think this is an area where AI and machine learning is going to play a big role. And of course, the hard thing here is, you have to really be able to search the entire video. You can't just have sentiment analysis and not do brand safety, right? So I think what brands are expecting here, as we analyze all this UGC content, is really being able to analyze the whole of the video. Yeah. So I think finally we're there where we can use AI, and we can train machines to watch videos and do what they need to do.
So a quick note that comes in, they're interested in these things. There's similarities or differences around perspectives for B2B brands as well.
Sorry, similar. Would you mind repeating that question again?
Yeah. They're interested in any similar or different perspectives for B2B brands and businesses.
Yeah, so absolutely. I think I'm going to address actually that question in B2B versus B2C. I think the big difference is the type of content. So, what consumers are looking for when they're buying products and services is a bit different than what when you're doing business to business, when you're buying software. The type of videos you're looking for. Yes, you're looking for reviews, but the context of what you're looking for in the software product in the context of B2B is very different than the context for shopping, right? And also, where customers begin their search journey, their purchase journeys, and the influence that you have B2B versus B2C in those journeys is actually very different as well. So absolutely, I think there's the difference in the B2B video journey versus the shopping journey versus the B2C shopping journey and I'll get into some of these nuances as we get along, and I have a couple of slides on that as well, on especially focusing on the B2C experience.
One thing, there was an article I was reading this morning that was talking about B2B for like the format. So I think it was like 75 or 80% of B2B product research done on the videos is still done on desktop. So it's like, when my son doesn't use a desktop, but he's on it when he's on his iPad, and all of a sudden he gets hit with he thinks Walmart is Disneyland because of the advertising that he's seen. But, if I'm doing, it makes sense that if I'm doing a product research for an email marketing solution or something along those lines, like I'm not typically doing it on my iPhone. So there's definitely differences in viewer behavior.
Yeah. And I'll also say this, when it comes to social media platforms that I shared before, a lot of that content today is B2C. It's also a lot of, other than product reviews and product videos, it's also a lot of fun and entertainment. And of course, music is a big category as well when it comes to UGC content as well. So there's a lot of other but more B2C on social media than B2B videos.
Another question that comes in, well, it was on, it's funny, you just go on it was on Amazon Live, and you see live shopping via video stream. So maybe.
Perfect. Yeah, of course, the elephant in the room is the Amazon, right? So I wanted to just quickly share a couple of what Amazon is doing in this space. So first of all, Amazon has now opened a store. If you do a search on Amazon Watch and Shop, there's actually a store. Amazon has launched a store where you can watch videos and you can buy products. And our guesstimate is Amazon has now aggregated more than 250 million videos on their platform. And this is, so if you open up any Amazon page now, on the top, the carousel where you have the images and the videos, Amazon is now starting to lead the product pages with video content. And if you open up any of the video, it actually opens up both the branded content, but we're also seeing a lot of UGC content as well that Amazon is capturing after post-purchase engagement, right? So I don't know if you have purchased on Amazon recently, you actually get a follow-up email from Amazon asking you to either upload a video or either upload a video with a review or unboxing video or rate the product. So capturing video, I believe Amazon introduced this about a year and a half ago, and they've already amassed massive amounts of video. Now, Amazon at the moment is not offering in-video search on their pages yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's coming soon. And also what I want to share is, I think the fact that Amazon is already leading product pages with video, it means that from a customer behavior point of view, customers will expect videos or product pages to be led with videos as well. And sort of it moves up the food chain as well, right? It's not just product pages, but in future, when you type, when you arrive on an e-commerce site and you're searching by product name, perhaps even there in the search box, you'll begin to see videos pop up as well. And the thing about videos is, anytime you have something moving on a page, it literally grabs your attention. It's just how our brains are programmed. Where we quickly detect any moving objects or moving people or images in a frame, right? So videos tend to get the consumer attention right away, and we're seeing this. Amazon is already leading the way with millions of videos now.
So a quick question comes in. Can you have Ajay clarify in-video search?
Yeah. So absolutely. So what's happening now is, the bottom line is customers don't really have, when a customer lands on a product page and there are 20 videos, right? And I'm searching for one particular feature. As I mentioned before, I'm searching for, let's say I'm buying a car and I'm looking for a video that talks about leather seats or someone has reviewed leather seats inside the video, right? So when there are 20 videos on a page, I, as the consumer, I'm impatient. I don't have the time to watch all the videos. I just want to there's one thing that I care about, and it's leather seats. I want to find that video where they're talking about leather seats. And so this is where in-video search is going to be very fundamental to video commerce. So they're going to, customers will want to get to the answers very quickly. So how do you find inside the video? How do you do in-video search, right? And that's actually one of the big problems that we have been working on and we have solved for the last 4.5 years here at Vyrill as well. Because we quickly realized, and this is my own experience with e-commerce as well from my past, is that customers want to find answers and they want to quickly decide whether they're interested in whether they want to purchase the product or not. And so even when you're doing product comparison, I might want to get to a particular feature that will lead me into making my purchase decision. And so in-video search is going to be very fundamental, and it really solves it. So with in-video search, it doesn't matter anymore whether your video is 10 seconds long or 10 minutes long or 30 minutes long. If you can give the capability to the shopper to be able to instantly find what they're looking for, or filter, right? Or maybe a filtering mechanism to filter by demographic, that someone who looks like them, right? It's very important when it comes to shopping behaviors. People want to see people like them buying product. So an ability to filter or do in-video search, I believe, is going to be very fundamental to video commerce. So continuing on, also want to mention some data around live video as well. So this is actually, the slide is primarily, it's referring to social video. And so you can see Twitch is sort of leading the play here. And of course, a lot of Twitch live streaming is gaming. So of course, we see a lot of, even I've seen a lot of promos and product inserts in video gaming as well. And so Twitch is sort of the leader in live streaming, and that's followed by YouTube. YouTube is slowly gaining market share, and then there's Facebook and Mixer, which is owned by Microsoft. And the most popular tool right now for live streaming in terms of, other than social, is Vimeo's live stream platform. So it has about 37, 40%, 38% market share today with live streaming. Now, what's interesting about live streaming versus a pre-made uploaded video is that live streaming actually creates a very intimate experience with the customer. So while the live stream is on, the customers can actually ask questions to either whoever is live streaming, whether it's an influencer talking about the product, or it's customers viewing the product, or it's the brand giving a quick introduction or doing a product launch. The fact that customers can actually ask questions and get answers that will help them with their shopping decision very quickly and fast. And the fact that they can actually see the people behind the product or people endorsing the product is very unique to live video streaming. And as you mentioned before, Aaron, I was just looking at some of the numbers from the revenue numbers from Alibaba, and in 2021, about 7% of revenue actually came from live streaming. And it's we're still sort of in a very early stage of live streaming here in US. But again, will live streaming, if anything, will become one of the formats in which shopping experiences will be delivered. Of course, the challenge with live streaming is it has to be, you have to have the shopper on board on your live streaming stream. So that's the challenge is, are you doing the live stream at the time and at the place where the shopper can join? The other thing we're also seeing is with live streaming as well is that the other benefit is after the live stream ends, we're seeing a lot of that video content actually repurposed back on either the product pages or back on their, in fact, Nordstrom has even created they have their own shopping network, if you will, that they've created and they have a separate site, I believe, for Nordstrom live streaming as well. So what they do is after the live stream ends, you can they post all the live streamings on these, all the past live streams on these pages. So the customer, you can revisit those, and they're also repurposing that those live streams on their social media and other channels as well. So we'll see live stream. It's big in China. We'll continue to see growth here in the US.
And people have been, I think, for a couple of years now, everyone's been talking about when is live commerce and live shopping going to be actually something that catches on in North America. And it's been obviously so dominant throughout Asia for quite some time now. But I think we've all been craving this sense of like personal contact during the pandemic. So I think it was something like 80% increase in live shopping during the past, since the start of the pandemic. And it's like, I think this, for better or worse, I think this might have been the inflection point where like live shopping actually starts to become like fundamental here in the States.
Yeah, and I think Jordan, to your point, when you can visit a store and play with the product, I think someone actually playing with the product and giving you a demo, right? It's actually very useful and very purposeful. So I'm not going to talk in the second chapter here. I'm going to talk a little bit about shopper behaviors. So first of all, I want to start with how video performs compared to text. 70% of shoppers say that they're more likely to purchase a product after watching a video. And the reason is video increases brand trust by about 20x because customers can see the product, the person, and the emotions inside the video. And it also cuts down on text fraud as well, because you don't know sometimes with text reviews, you don't know if the person owned the product or whether it was posted by a bot. So here, authenticity, what really makes video special is the authenticity of the video. You can actually see the product experience, and you can also see the emotions of the customer as well. You can see whether they're happy or if they're making a complaint or saying something negative. You can actually see that expression in the video. So video we have seen always performs very good and much better than text. And so why do shoppers watch videos, right? So here's the top 3 reasons. So one of the questions I frequently get asked is, why are unboxing videos a big category? I mean, there are more than 1 billion unboxing videos today on social media channels, and it's really the first comment here from shoppers, which is, I don't know if my product will look the same upon arrival, right? So, sometimes have you received a product where the color of the product was a bit different than what you actually saw in an image on the store? Or did you ever receive a product where the battery, you received something but the battery was missing, so you had to go rush to a store to find the battery so you can launch, if you have a clock and you had to go buy the battery. So it was sort of you didn't have that aha moment when you opened the box. So video actually assists shoppers with understanding what's in the box and perhaps even what the color of the product looks like and looks better. It increases the purchase confidence. So of course, we find that anytime your customers are shopping more than $50 worth of product, they do product research. Comparison videos, it's another big category as well on YouTube. And product demos, of course, assist shoppers with understanding, they have to build something, or there's a complexity to a product, or a category like car, electronics, fashion, makeup, right? How-to videos and getting demos helps. And this is an interesting data as well that sites, e-commerce sites, and just in general websites that have videos will increase browsing time with shoppers by about 88%. So that's actually quite significant and quite high. Also, shoppers, this is a slide about, all these social media platforms have now become big product discovery platforms. So these are some numbers from YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok of how many shoppers have actually watched a video on this platform and clicked on an affiliate or a link to purchase the product or access the product from the video. And it's pretty big. I mean, and even with my own behavior as well, I mean, I've discovered in the last 12 months on all these platforms, new products. Many of these social media platforms now, if you're watching a particular category of product, they will make recommendations for similar videos or similar products or similar influencers, right? So all these platforms have become a big product discovery platforms, and with the appropriate affiliate marketing programs, or we recently on our platform as well, we had a customer who did a product shout out campaign. They invited influencers to make a quick shout out for their product in their next video that they were posting on their YouTube and TikTok channel, and they asked the influencer to connect the video to their product and the brand, and we found that about 11% click-through rates from the video to the product page, and the brand actually gave a promo code to redeem the product, and they were giving a discount. And the brand actually had about 3% redemption in the promo code. So we were actually able to track all the way, both with the affiliate marketing links and with the promo code and end-to-end campaign, and it works. Again, shopper video increases confidence. And if it's from the right influencer and it's from other customers that they trust, it really increases conversion. And then this was an interesting study that was posted by TikTok and Publicis. They actually did a study on what type of feature on TikTok and what type of content and what type of creator is driving a lot of product discovery. And so what they discovered was trending there. So TikTok has trending video feed. So they found that the trending video feed influencers and people you follow, if their videos are coming from them, and how-to videos and brand videos, these three I'm summarizing the slide, by the way. And we'll be sharing the slide deck as well. But that's what TikTok found is these three parameters are driving a lot of product discovery on the platform. And of course, not a surprise if you look at where how-to videos did really well. It actually was in the automotive category. The purchase amount is very high. You're interested in looking at all the different features of the car. And again, with luxury products as well, anytime you're spending more than $50 or more than $100, people will immediately they will switch to doing research and understanding more on how the product works. So very interesting. And again, it affirms, why TikTok is big and why TikTok is growing. So UGC content always performs well compared to branded content. This we have seen across even with all our customers as well. And the reason again is customers trust other customers. So UGC content is very impactful, it's cheaper. 90% of customers say that they believe they're interested in more authentic content from shoppers who look like them. And 84% of consumers trust their peers. So UGC content definitely across the board. And we've seen this with even on our platform with all customers, it performs better and has a much more impact from an ROI perspective than branded content. And here's some of the engagement stats as well with when you put videos up on your product pages or you engage customers with video, the page engagement time will increase anywhere from 2x to 5x. The conversion will increase 10 to 68%, depending on the product, the video, and the category. And we generally recommend, when you're in what we have found is where the performance and the conversion rates go up is when you have a mix of both branded videos and UGC content. So we generally recommend a ratio of 20% branded video and 80% UGC content or fan-led content on your product pages. And then this is an interesting research that was recently done, and they found that anytime you put videos up, and this is true for both live streaming as well, it will really help reduce the number of returns from customers anywhere from 20% to 50%. And this is actually quite significant. It really can impact your bottom line. And also what this affirms is that video really helps customers with their shopping decisions. So if they're able to exactly accurately find what they're looking for, they're less likely to return the product. So these are some of the video commerce stats as well from video. So moving on from here into building your marketing strategy, I just want to take a quick pause. Jordan, is there anything you wanted to add here on this topic before I move to the next chapter?
Oh, no, I mean, I think that the reduction in churn or in returns is powerful because if, returns can kill a brand, it's, that's the difference between being green or being deep red in many situations. So, but it makes complete sense. I mean, I was just researching espresso machines the other day because I was going to try to give up my Starbucks habit. And, I went to, there was going through 2 or 3 different espresso makers, you know exactly what you're getting. Like you can sort of envision yourself what the product would look like in your environment. And it there really is no comparison as far as that product research and you want to shake out those buyers. You don't want the buyer that's going to be returning this product. That's going to be, certainly a cost of business. So that was really impressive to me.
Thank you. So I'm going to now get into the third part of the topic here on the agenda, which is a couple of pointers as you're thinking about video content. So first, these are all the ways in which video can intersect with your shopper and the shopper's journey. Everything from beginning with search, social, blogs, email campaigns, device person-to-person sharing, live streaming, and we're now also seeing adoption of QR codes. Nike has put QR codes now on all their product and packaging now, so they're launching QR codes-driven experiences as well, and SMS. So all these, customers use all of these different channels, both in their discovery and their research process. And then, of course, on the purchase journey, it's both on your homepage and on your product page. You can influence the customer and the shopping cart with video. And then, of course, post-purchase, you can capture videos from your customers post-purchase engage. So you can also follow up with the customer as well, as Amazon is doing, to capture videos or unboxing videos. And you can offer an incentive or not offer an incentive to do that. But really, these are all the different ways in which you can intersect the shopper with video. So, one of the questions is, what does the type of video matter, right? And it absolutely does. So what we found is, on average, there are 3 types of videos that drive conversion on a page, and this varies by category. So I'll give you a quick example. For beauty, reviews, unboxing, and how-to videos are huge to increase conversion. On the other hand, in the automotive category, it's reviews, dealership videos, and inside-outside tour of the car. So the type of video will vary by vertical. If it's CPG in the food category, of course, it's reviews and recipes will matter. And of course, engaging customers in sort of a fun and entertaining way also is it's also helpful. And that's the reason why TikTok has taken off, is it creates very fun, music-led content. It creates some sort of a jingle, right? When you watch in your mind when you watch a TikTok video. So type of video matters. It's very important to have a type of video, but also diverse and created by your target demographic. And this can be your age, ethnicity, gender, and who's making the video as well. Also, we found that interaction with the video matters a lot. And so the completion rates of watching a video will increase 90% if there's some interaction with the video, whether it's liking the video, adding comments to the video, or perhaps you're showing the hotspots on the video about a particular feature. So anytime there's interaction with the video, the customers will wait to actually either they will click to watch the portions of the video, or they will click to respond to something, and that increases the interaction and engagement with them. Increases the completion rates quite a bit. And the format of the video matters as well. So we're seeing more and more, short format is what really matters. So anytime the video is less than 3 minutes, and if you can get the customer's attention in the first 10 seconds to 20 seconds, it matters. And of course, I mentioned before, I think this problem can be solved with in-video search if the video is longer. So if you can give them the ability to search inside the video and find the answers instantaneously, that can help as well. Mobile matters. So as you're thinking about mobile versus desktop, 75% of shoppers are now watching a lot of videos on mobile. People are also scanning, with QR codes as they're shopping in store. They're scanning QR codes to find out more information about their product, or perhaps you can engage them with a video, with a review or a how-to video. And horizontal is still preferred to vertical when it comes to video, because in horizontal mode, you can see more of the video and much clearer and stronger So video format matters. And then finally, if you as you're thinking about video commerce, there's sort of 3 key elements that you want to think about. First is adding in-video search and recommendations to your site. Second is personalization. So at the end of the day, people want to see people like them buying the product. So delivering some level of personalization will help. And finally, adding the SEO component to it, which is being able to provide SEO with video as well. So videos get discovered very early on, even with search engines in the search process, is going to be very critical to your success with all things video. So these are some of the KPIs that you can track through when you engage customers with video content. So of course, the obvious ones is click-throughs, views, comments, likes, shares, and more. Conversion rate, ability to track that. Page engagement time, and then of course search and filter keywords, right? So as customers are searching inside the video while filtering content, an insight on that could be very helpful as well. So if the most search features for your product or your category is perhaps whether it's the door or the size of the product or medium shirt, right? You can then highlight those features both on the video but also above the video as well, and also in your marketing campaigns as well for your product and brand. And of course, finally, the affiliate performance if you're engaging in any kind of affiliate marketing campaigns with influencers and more.
A couple of questions that come through as well. One is, how is the search done? Do you add tags within the videos? How does that work? And then there's a few more that have rolled in here too. And I do want to get to the takeaways, but there's been a bunch of questions that roll in that we kind of held just to the end because it was kind of it was great to streamline the info. How is search done? Do brands tag it within the videos? How does that work?
Yeah. So absolutely. So in case of search, actually, there's two things that happen, right? One is matching a video to a product, and this can be both automated. So there are mechanisms now to actually be able to match your videos to your entire product catalog, and then after it's matched, we then analyze the text, the audio, and images, right? So you can offer search in multiple dimensions, searching the audio component, which is the sentiment part of this, right? Are people saying positive or negative? And what does that look like? Search can be people in the videos, right? Age, ethnicity, gender. Search can be by country as well. Is the video coming from a particular geographic location? And this can be both. It can be either marked by the creator, or this can also be identified based on the language of the video as well, right? There's also a search around scene analysis, right? Indoor, outdoor. If you're promoting a product, a customer, if it's a sunscreen product, the customer might want to see more outdoor videos versus indoor videos, right? So there are multiple dimensions around audio and images and text. And with in terms of the search itself, what we do and for our in-video searches, we actually generate about 50 different tags of what's inside the video, and then brands can use and e-commerce retailers can use those tags both to offer the search mechanism, but also then to personalize the experiences both for their shoppers, and they can also build their own apps as well around these tags. And the other component is the SEO component as well. So when you generate those tags, you can then add those tags to the video and also the transcript as well. So the Google search engines of the world, they still read text for SEO, and so they're able to better organize and index your videos and the top reviews and more in their search results. So yeah, it's all of the components inside the video. And like I said, there's like multiple dimensions. We offer about 50 plus different filters, in-video search filters.
And so there's another question that just comes in on that along, Vyrill as a whole. So a brand, a manufacturer, a retailer, and I'm going to try to extrapolate this question just a little bit. Would you use you to go out and sift through all the 31 million different videos out there that mention the brand or have an unboxing and identify which ones are appropriate and able to be added to the site for UGC?
Yeah, that's correct. That's exactly what we do. And also the search process itself varies by the category as well. So for example, most products have an average life of 1 year. So generally, if you're doing video search, depending on what you're searching for and when the product was launched, you can reference the search based on how many years the life of the product is, right? So of course, for most products, it's 1 year. But if you look at a category like automotive, you can see videos as far as 10 years old, right? because the life of a card can be that long, right? And of course, there's a second and a third life to cards as well, and a second and third purchase as well, right? So it really varies. The search can vary by the category. Also, what's interesting with search is that just you have to, for search, you definitely have to customize your search by vertical. So for example, we have trained the machines to identify different topics in beauty versus automotive or versus electronics versus CPG, right? Because reviews and unboxing might be the same, but lipstick, mascara, those other topics will vary by vertical. So it's not just, so when we were referencing before in video search, it's not just simply, so the computer vision part, the people part stays the same, even if the vertical changes. But what does change is the language part, the topic part, right? Will change by vertical.
So next one, have you seen, so like 3 or 4 more to get to, have you seen, what have you seen from restaurants using video and live stream?
Yeah, so restaurant is, I would say it's a very new category. I'll be honest with you, like I don't know a lot. I can come back to you with that answer, restaurant and live streaming. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a lot or haven't heard about restaurant and live streaming yet. But I will say this, that we are seeing more and more videos of people posting their restaurant ambiance and experience, and perhaps even recording a short video of what they ate and posting that. And we're seeing this both on social media as well. But around restaurant, it's mostly been focused on reviews and the ambiance and a quick video of what people are, what they ordered, right? So those are the categories. I'll have to come back to you on live streaming on that. I don't have.
And we can connect you with Dave afterwards as well. Dave would probably be worth a conversation for sure. So the next one is, I've heard companies like Subspace are building out like superior networks to enable the lowest latency live stream experiences. Are other live stream companies doing this as well? And let me know if there's an answer on that, or if you want to.
So for live streaming, like I said, there's a bunch of up and coming both startups and established companies, and you'll see a lot of more established video content hosting platforms like Vimeo and Brightcove. And so all of these companies are now offering live stream as well. So yeah, I mean, you'll see there's a lot of vendors, right? And it's really the nuances, really in what kind of shopping features are they offering for your brand or your e-commerce site, and how does that integrate, right? And then the capability to be able to leverage the video after the live stream ends as well. So so I think there's a bunch of vendors. I'm happy to send you a list after the, I don't have a slide on that, but happy to send you a list.
Yeah, absolutely. We can connect you with them afterwards for sure. Next one that comes in, what are the most important video types, review, unboxing, et cetera, in the health and wellness space? Right?
Yeah,
and then,
great question. So really quick, in the health and wellness space, education is very important. So education around whether it's a treatment or, whatever that is, the experience is, educating the customer, or if it's nutrition, for example, having an expert nutritionist talk about why your product, if you're in that category, does better for your health and your wellness. So, whatever that is, right? So in the health and wellness space, it's educational videos, generally from experts, followed by, of course, reviews are huge as well. And the how-to video can depend on the product. There's a certain, they have to take the product if it's a medicine or something, or they have to take it a certain way or mix it up in a certain way. Then of course the how-to videos are also popular. But I would say that educational videos are very important and very critical, and both from experts and also from other fans as well, vouching for the treatment or whatever that is important.
I want to be sure that we can get to the takeaway slide that you had there as well, because I think those are going to be critical for sure as we kind of get to about 3-4 minutes left here.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks, Aaron. And so very quick, video is it's a must-have now versus a nice-to-have to improve your commerce KPIs. What matters really is the authenticity of the video. So, UGC content will matter a lot, and people care about what other customers are saying. So authenticity, experience, and emotions are really what drives others to purchase a product. And so video humanizes the brand connection. And that's why video is important, because people can connect or relate to other people in the videos. Build an 80-20 strategy for building out both your budget, your marketing budget, and how you leverage video content. So I would say 80-20, 80% UGC, 20% of branded content. And the key to success on video commerce will be, in the long term, will definitely be in video search, personalization, and SEO. So think about this as you're introducing video on your product. How best can you customize? Sometimes the e-commerce platform can offer it. Sometimes the service provider, sometimes the tech company like Vyrill can do this. And then, of course, think about how you can engage post-purchase as well, customers with video and a video upload. And you can drive this with contests, with shout-out. There's multiple mechanisms to incent customers and engage customers with post-purchase engagement. So those are the quick takeaways. And with that, I want to also quickly just thank everyone for joining the session. Thanks to BWG, and thanks to Jordan as well for joining the call and the conversation as well. And happy to connect after if anyone has a question. We'll, of course, we'll send the deck as well. So thanks everyone for making the time. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and thanks, Sharon. Thank Ajay for your time today. The great information. Again, encourage anybody have a follow-up conversation. With the team at Vyrill. They're doing some very innovative stuff. Highly recommended for what they're doing in this space across the board. We're spending 30 minutes just to hear. It's been very impactful for a lot of brands so far. And just, I don't know, it's kind of cutting edge as a whole. Jordan, key thoughts, key takeaways from your side as well. And then we can kind of wrap this up.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that long ago that influencers were kind of on their own. If I'm an influencer looking for brands or brands looking for influencers, there wasn't a lot of supporting technology. So I think we're entering a new era where, there's tools and resources like Vyrill to really help the brands and the influencers connect and to manage those relationships. And so many folks don't know where to get started. So I think, especially if you're a smaller brand doing, maybe just a couple million online, it's like now you've got the resources to sort of jumpstart the efforts of helping to build a broader ecosystem of UGC content. So.
Awesome. We'll love it. Well, with that, I think we're going to wrap it up here right on time. Thanks again, Jordan. Thanks, Ajay, for your time today. Again, encourage anybody to have a follow-up conversation with them. Hope everybody has a fantastic Wednesday, a great rest of the week. Everybody take care, stay safe. Look forward to seeing you at a future event, hopefully in person. Check out our website if you want to see some upcoming events. We're going to do close to 400 virtual events like this year. Also, look for a follow-up email from me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. With that, everybody have an awesome day and a great week. We'll be in touch. Alrighty. Thanks again, team. We'll see you.